Hey my lovelies, it's Heather. Gonna shoot today's video. Oh Lord. When you don't know what to do, just have a good sense of humor and laugh about it. It'll be okay. Anyways. uh, man. Thank God. You know how you sit there and you're like, this is what I want, and it's like something that you really wanted for a really long time. And then you get it and you're like, and you're going through it and you're like, okay, yeah, okay. You're just like, yeah, more, yeah, come on, you know. But then there's the times, or the moments where you're like, yeah, and then you just like, okay, yeah, mm-hmm. That's where I'm at right now, because I sit here all the time and I talk, or I think, if I don't talk about it, I talk about how each day is a growing experience and you should want to grow and you should want to learn and you should want to go through stuff. And that's the reason I've even got mad at some people in my lifetime before, is because they don't move, basically. They stay stagnant, they stay where they're at forever. Same life, same day, same everything, And while that is not a bad thing to have on one aspect of your life, and I'm not even saying that my aspect of it, but anyways, my aspect of it is correct, but I'm saying that it works for me, or at least it has so far. And everybody just has their own stuff or whatever. And people, I don't know how the hell people don't respect that. Like, that is just so mind-boggling and difficult, and I honestly just, I don't know. Like, I'm having to scratch my head because I don't know, but not really. My hair's parted right there. Messy bun. But anyways, yeah. I don't know. So, something happened a few days ago, and I ain't talked about it in my video because it was just something, that happens. Not regularly, thank Jesus up in heaven for that. But anyways, and it just puts things in perspective for you, And not saying that has to happen to even put things in perspective for you, but sometimes it does do its job, And that's the thing, is like everything is a job. Everything is a job, technically. My dog right now licking her paw because it's dirty because she ran in the mud, and anyway, she's a mess and all that and everything, or whatever her reasoning is for licking it, but I believe that's why. But my dog licking her paw, that is a job. And what I mean by that is what she was built to do. That is what she's going to do. That's what she is doing. And that's the way that we need to look at children and people and everything like that. Everything needs to be, we need to like find the vitality of it all, and the learning experience of it all, and the learning curve of it all. And we need to take whatever knowledge we can get out of it to grow. And see, that's the thing too, is like the whole being in love thing. Oh my God, just answer the phone. Sorry. That phone. And it's my dad, and he's calling the house phone to speak with my grandmother, and he does every single morning. And if you don't answer his phone calls, that man will call back to 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 back. Him and my husband when I was married. Well, I mean, technically I'm still married. But him and my husband, because I told my husband about my heart and about how it was weak. And that's the thing too, when I like stroked out literally one afternoon in the bed with him. And granted, I didn't go to the doctor to see if I had a stroke, but I'm almost 100% or 1,000% certain that I did, or that I came within. If I didn't have a damn mini stroke, then I came right within the edge of having a mini stroke. And then the same thing happened when my daughter was home, probably about like 8 months before she left. But because my stress level was so high, and I was so irritated by the gossip and the drama of everything, dealing with everything. And I say everything because I mean everything. The only thing that was not causing me any stress or drama was probably the pets. And kinda my daughter wasn't. Because she's a kid. So children, and that's one thing when I was with my husband, I was like, dude, she's the kid. Let her be a kid. Like, I'm sorry you didn't learn this stuff when you was that age, and that you're like, oh, pay attention to me, teach me, you know. And to a degree, yeah, it's okay to do that with adults and with people, but there have to be like clear boundaries set of like, what do you need to know? What can I advise you with? What do I need to know? What can you advise me with? And it's like a trade-off. But with a parent and a kid, it's not a trade-off. It's not a trade-off. And so many people don't get that. It is not a fucking trade-off. I teach my kid what I know. My kid don't have to teach me nothing. It is not her responsibility to teach me anything. Now, am I saying she's incapable of it? Oh, hell no, she's not incapable of it. Especially when she go to school and learn something that I sure as shit don't know, and she come home and tell me about it. Okay, teach me. Teach me. I'm all ears. You know, yeah, teach me how to do algebra again, because Lord knows I forgot. You know, like, yeah, you know. But when you have a baby, or even when you have a puppy or a kitten, you don't look at it and have this set expectation of, you're going to help me, like, and you're going to teach me. Like, you don't have that. And, or you don't if you're sane, basically. Now, and maybe I shouldn't use that word, but as many times as I've been called insane and all kinds of other shit, so that's the reason I use that word, and maybe I shouldn't, but I don't know what other word to use right now. And I don't want to say normal or logical, because on those words, and even sanity has its own ups and downs or whatever and stuff, but it's just not right, basically, to look at the newer and the younger and have a set expectation of what they are supposed to teach you or do for you. It's not right. It's not right at all. Are they incapable of teaching you things? Oh, hell fucking no. They can teach you shit all the fucking time. Even a newborn baby can teach a person something. Whether it's, oh my god, how do I get it to shut up? Oh my god, it needs its diaper change. Oh my god, you know, and you're just like, la 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 la, it's okay, you know, and you start singing lullabies, and you're like, okay, that lullaby you didn't like, okay, that one's too loud, okay, this one's got, you know, and you learn, you know, because that's the thing too with having children, is each child that you have, or anything that you have that is in your life, is an opportunity to have your eyes opened. And if you are a very narrow-minded person, you're going to have a really hard time when it comes to having kids, because you're going to be like, no, you got to be like me. And it's called, you know, people that have the impression that they put on their kids to be the cookie-cutter version of them. And am I saying that I've never had that issue with children? Oh, yeah, I have, but on rare occasions. The only one that I had with my daughter, the only one that I represent, you know, knowing that I had with my daughter, and even, you know, like, I don't want to say acknowledging, because if my kid was to come up to me and be like, Mom, you made me feel like I had to, you know, we could talk about it, and she'd probably come to understand that my intentions, but the only time that my intentions was just like, why are you nothing like me? Or nothing like I expected in this aspect of who you are. I mean, in all honesty, my kid ain't nothing like what I expected at all. And it makes me love her even more, in all honesty. You ever meet somebody and you're just like, damn, you're like, you ain't nothing like what I was expecting, but okay, and it's a learning experience and stuff like that. But that's the way it is with my kid. And so, my kid, like, she surprises me all the time, whether she means to, and I say that with a genuine love for my daughter, that she just, man, and it's amazing. Having children is one of the best damn gifts that God could probably give people, in all honesty. It's one of the hardest things to kind of have to deal with. And then if you have issues like what the hell's going on and stuff with everything and the government and people and God, people trying to stick their noses in where it doesn't belong and stuff like that, that's when, it's just like, somebody's been rattling on your cages all these years and then finally they break down the damn door, and you're just like, why do you even have to rattle the cages? And they're like, because you do stuff different. Well, sorry that I didn't look at my kid and go, you gotta be exactly like me. Oh my God. You better act exactly like me. You better look exactly like me. Because if you don't, we're gonna have some problems. That's even like her taking care of her dog, Clarabelle. Because Clarabelle's hers and Una kind of was mine because Ava was 7 when we got Una. And so she wasn't responsible enough to take that much care of Una. And granted, Clarabelle was only born a year later, so Ava was 8. But I was like, you done seen me take care of this dog for a year, so I'm going to put more responsibility on you for this one, because you done seen it and you're like, oh yeah, I can do it, I can take care of a dog, I can do it, and she did. That's the reason we got a third dog when we got Bonsai. But somebody took him or what the hell ever. I don't know what happened to him. He's been missing since September. But anyways, so, back to my baby girl and everything. I was like, that's your dog. You figure out how you gonna, take care of it and all this and everything. And she did. And there are certain traits that Clarabelle has as an individual, for starters, because she's her own damn dog. She's not going to be a cookie cutter of her mama. Just like my daughter's not a cookie cutter version of me. But at the same time, you can tell that Clarabelle was taken care of by Ava and that Una was taken care of by me. For instance, and this was hilarious, yesterday, sitting outside, doing my thing, just sitting there, and I let the dogs out first, and I was sitting on the porch, and I let them out, and the door's open so they can run back and forth, and I'm just sitting there doing my own thing, and they go out, and they pee, and they poop, and they both come back on the porch. Well, then I walk off the porch, Clarabelle comes out, Una comes out, and then I'm just sitting out in the yard. And I see Clarabelle running past me every once in a while. And then I see her sneaking over places she ain't really supposed to be going, but it's nothing bad, but still she being sneaky. And I was sitting there and like, I ain't really seen Una. And I'm like, because I know my dog, so I'm like, oh, she must be here at this one place that's in the backyard. And I'm like, that's where she gotta be. Because she gotta be, or else she's laying on the porch, But I didn't think nothing big of it. I was just like, whatever. So then, I keep having to watch Clarabelle because she keep running off being a little sneaky and stuff. And so I'm kind of having to get on to her. And she ended up getting in the water 3 times and got like muddy paws and all kinds of shit. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, it's time to go in, girls. And when I said that, because usually that's what I say. When I said that, usually when I say it, they both come running up to me and then we go in. They've always been good about that. And Bonsai, even though he was a boy, bless his heart, he knew when I said, come on, girls, that was just, it's time to go in, But, so anyways, I was like, come on, girls. And Clarabelle ran over to me and then, ran off away from me and went and got in the water again. And I was like, Clarabelle, and I was like, get over here. And she comes over, and I'm like, that ain't right, where's Una, And I look up, and Una is sitting on the chair on the porch, being her obedient, trained little self that she is. She is more obedient in that way. I'm not saying Clarabelle's a bad dog. I'm not saying Clarabelle did anything wrong. She didn't do a damn thing wrong. She's just being herself. And Una's just being herself. And Una, I trained to be that way. I raised her to be that way. And Clarabelle was raised and trained by my daughter. And so she's just out there running in the water. And I'm okay with it. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. But anyways, I don't know. And I'm not saying that, if your kids want to run amok, you should just let them do whatever and stuff like that. And then that's the thing, too, that everybody wants to act like dealing with me and my kid. They're like, you were so strict with her because she had to help clean. Welcome to, the age past at least, 7, 8, 9. I'm sorry. If you want to be that way, let's take it back to the fucking Bible. The mom was supposed to have the kids and stay at home and teach the kids and help the kids learn how to cook and clean and stuff like that, especially if they were little girls. My grandmother tells me that she remembers being 3 years old helping out with dishes. I remember being 5 and helping out. Now, granted, it was on rare occasions, and it was usually only when my grandmother was doing dishes because my mother didn't have the patience for us being in there. But then again, my mother didn't really do dishes that much. And then when me and my sister were like 7, I was like 7 and my sister was probably 11, there's a couple times I recall doing dishes then, and that was our job. That was our chore. So that way we would get our asses not beat. I don't think they ever gave us an allowance. My grandfather that used to come on the weekends would, but he didn't give us a makeup amount of allowance because of the chores that we did during the week for our parents. And we didn't even do the chores because I don't know. On the rare occasions, I guess. Holy shit, hold on. On the rare occasions, I guess, but maybe it wasn't rare occasions. But either way, on the occasions that we would help do the indoor house chores of doing dishes or cleaning the tub or vacuuming or sweeping, or helping wring out the mop or throw the trash away or help bring the groceries in. Oh my God. I've brought in more groceries in my damn lifetime than anything, I believe. But anyways, after a while of being raised in that way, and maybe it's because we had an abusive father, I don't know. But after a while, it just became like second nature to do it. So every time we did it, or at least me, every time I did whatever the chore was, I wasn't thinking, "Aw, shit, I gotta do this. Aw, shit." Instead, it just became instinct. And then, by the time I was like 12, because I was strong enough to, I'd go out there and I'd take and put like 15 bags on one arm and 15 bags on the other. That way I didn't have to go back out and get the damn groceries anymore because I got all of them. Because I hated that. And I was like, no, I can do it. I can get it. I got it, And then it became natural for me to do that. And then when I didn't do that, my dad would complain, well, I thought you was going to get all the groceries in one trip. You mean you got to go in and out the door 5 more times? You set too high of an expectation, I reckon. But, and I remember being out in the yard, and I remember having to rake the yard after my dad would mow the grass, and put the grass in the wheelbarrow, and then take and roll it over to the weeds, and dump it out, and then go and pick up pine cones, and then go and rake up pine needles, and there was so much shit, and I was younger than my kid, and people want to get on my ass kinda a little bit, and be like, you tried to get your kid to do too much. I tried to get my kid to walk her dogs 3 times a day. Sorry that she has 3 dogs. Sorry that means 9 times a day, 9 walks or whatever. But then not when she's in school. When she's in school and it cuts down to 6, And sometimes it only cuts down to 3, you know, because that's one walk for each of them. But if you add it all together and there's 3 dogs, blah, 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 you know, mathematic equation and all that and everything. And people tried to get on my ass about that. And people tried to even brag that my daughter would sweep off the porch because they saw her with their own eyes. And I'm such a horrible mother for making my kids sweep off the porch. That's the problem with having neighbors that are way too fucking close, because where the hell were my neighbors? Oh, they were over. You could see them, you know, there's their field of a fucking yard. And nobody was like, oh, those poor kids, we're gonna complain and we're gonna turn people against them for this, that, and the other because, oh my God, you know, they friggin' did this and stuff. Like, people just amaze me. I don't know. And then that's the thing, too, is the hypocrisy that happens. I was told I was supposed to do all that when I was a little girl. So I did all that when I was a little girl. I took care of the shit that I was supposed to take care of, and if I didn't, I got my ass beat until I was age 11, and I stood up for myself, and he didn't beat my ass anymore. But damn it, my kid, and I get that generations and times have changed, but my kid comes along, and it's like, okay, you're 7 now. Okay, now you're 8. Okay, now you're 9, and I've had it. When I ask you to do something, I mean it. So please do it. And that's when I'm living here, you know, where I was living and stuff, is when she turned like 8 and 9. And it's like, people are just like, oh my God, let me tell you. Oh my God, did you see? Oh my God, this and that. And do you realize that you people that are, oh my God, yeah, I'm a fat girl, okay? Let me just go ahead and throw that out there, okay? But if oh my God, my kid the whole fucking time, like what you think you're supposed to do, else my kid is gonna be fucked up so bad that she gonna be like fucking, you know, anorexic, bulimic, bipolar, and paranoid schizophrenic. You know, it's gonna go that way, you know, and I don't have nothing against people that have any type of mental health issue or what the hell ever. I got one myself, and it's depression. But I'm kicking its ass to the fucking curb the best that I can, and I always fucking will, and I always fucking have, and I get tired of people trying to use that against me and be like, oh my God, she's depressed. Like, fuck you. But anyways, so it's either gonna go that way, or she would be literally at the age that she's at now. If I wouldn't have been like, oh my God, you can't do that because you're a kid. You can't clean up. You can't clean dishes. That's not your job. I'm your mother. You're never supposed to help do dishes. You know, and oh, your dog shit in the house, but don't you dare clean it up because you're a little girl. You're a little kid. Like, if I do her like that, she'd probably be about 300 damn pounds right now, which is weighing more than me. So I didn't do that. And then I have taken child development classes in high school that my parents sure as shit didn't take, and other people around me sure as shit didn't take, and some of them got 5 fucking kids, and ain't nobody knocking on their goddamn door, because they're sitting there and they're all up their mommy and daddy and grandparents and this and that's butts and everything, and they're trying to, you know, just suffocate in the family dynamics of shit. And here I am, I'm just trying to make a path for me and my baby girl, and everybody wants to get on my ass about it. And I ain't liking it too damn much. My child is a good kid. My child is beautiful, she is smart, she is intelligent, she has got a sense of humor, she is a fucking firecracker, like, she will tell your ass off. And then, like, I raised her to be confident but not cocky. There is a difference between being confident and who the hell you are and being cocky. Now, granted, sometimes she's cocky because she's still a kid. But at the end of the day, what is she more of? And I have raised her, and that's the thing too. And people even know it because they're sitting there all this time, all this year. Your kid is so good. Your kid is so good. And maybe that's the reason I was only blessed to have one child. Maybe that's the reason, even though I wanted 7, God's like, no, we're going to give you 7 right here in this one. Because I had all the pets, and I still have the pets, except for Bonsai's gone. And Matilda, which was the bird that we had for a while. There was another bird that died, but that one was over at my parents' house, and my dad's crazy ass. And then there was one that died over at our house that was, he was mean. He bit the shit out of me. His name was Jasper. And, I didn't kill him. And I sure as hell didn't. Like, there's no, like, I didn't kill him, and I have to say that because I feel like that's what people are gonna, or whatever, is because my dad killed pets, then therefore, supposedly, that means that I do it. That doesn't necessarily always happen like that, okay? Like, legitimately. I don't know how many more people can understand that. And then, just because you say it, then they think psychologically it's like this reversal bullshit and everything, because we live in a society that doesn't listen to truth. I can sit here and speak my truth every fucking day, and nobody will hear it if they don't want to. Because everybody's trying to overanalyze me. I don't analyze myself enough. Okay? And I've done seen how the whole dynamics play out, because literally, probably in my family, there's probably a paranoid schizophrenic, there's probably a fucking bipolar person, there's probably, a borderline personality person, there's probably a little bit of everything in the rest of my family all combined. And that's another thing too that I looked up, and it's like, do you realize that the one person that gets stigmatized or what the fuck ever, that everybody points at and is like, hey, you got a mental health problem, which is what they're doing to me, is actually a reflection of all their shit and everything. So if you watch my videos and you think that I'm crazy, fine, but go on your goddamn fucking way, for starters. And then, if you want to ruffle my feathers, okay? Like, are they beautiful? Like, hey. But, so anyways, oh, I get so mad. I get so mad because I'm so passionate. And people are like, oh God, she got mad. She got mad and she raised her voice. She's so mean. And she said and I have before. I've said it even on these videos where I get mad and I say things. Because I came from an abusive ass family. My dad used to beat the shit out of me. So excuse me if I heard like twice a week at least. Every day, or whatever, twice a week growing up, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You damn bitches. I'm gonna fucking kill this people. I'm gonna fucking kill this. I'm gonna fucking kill that. I'm gonna fucking kill. I'm gonna fucking kill. I'm gonna fucking kill. And then my mom just being like, hush, and then my grandmother, when she was living there, even when I was real little, her just being like, calm down. Calm down. And the thing is he didn't even learn any fucking coping mechanisms because hell, he's never been alone long enough to learn them. And that's one thing that I'm kind of taking out of this is I'm like, hey, I get to develop a little bit of coping mechanisms all by myself, all by my lonesome. Even though I kind of have to lock myself in the bedroom so that way my grandmother's not like, hey, the door's open. Hey, I wonder what she's doing. Hey, this. Hey, 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 hey. But the thing is even when I was trying to do that over at the apartment when I was living alone and everything, it was the neighbors. Hey, 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 Except for like, well, I don't know. But anyways, I just, nobody's gonna like it when somebody else is trying to get healthy. Because everybody is in a predetermined state of wanting to stay miserable or some shit. Like, I don't know. I don't live there. I want to be happy. I want to have a good life. I've always wanted to be happy. I've always wanted to have a good life. I would hope that you want to be happy and have a good life too. But god damn it, you can't fucking climb on my ass and step on me to get your ass to the fucking top and try to steal my, paper from me, because and that's the thing too, is like even this copycat shit and even how fads and everything get fucking developed. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's like, there was this sweater that my mother bought me and it had no arms on it, but it was a turtleneck sweater. So it's just turtleneck and it was like a tank top. And I wore it to school and everybody laughed at me for like the first week or two not week or two, but the first 10 days that I wore it. Where's your sleeves at? Oh my god, that is so ugly. Where are your sleeves at? That is so stupid. And I'm like in middle school. Like, I got people picking on me left and right. But it's like, oh my god, that's so ugly. And then, so one day, I just decided to be confident about it because I actually was somewhat confident about it. At first, when my mother bought it, I was like, that's kind of ugly. And I was like, I kind of fucking hate it. But then I wore it, and I let it grow on me. After about 3 or 4 days, I was like, when I wore it and everything, I was like, this actually feels pretty nice. I'm not burning up, but I'm staying warm. Like, I was like, this is awesome. And I was like, I actually like this. And then, like, I'd play with my friends, too, like, or whatever, because, like, I remember I just, like, flipped the thing up, like, especially whenever I'd go over to my cousin's houses, which I maybe did with the shirt on twice, during the time that we'd go and visit the family or whatever, but my little baby cousins at the time, and it was like peekaboo, so I pull up the collar, peekaboo, and all that, but anyways, so, man, I could talk forever. Anyways, I'm wearing it to school, everybody's picking on me, everybody hates it. I tried to hide it. I tried to even put it in the bottom of the hamper so it wouldn't get washed. Because if I didn't wear it once a week, my mom would ask me where it was. And I'm like, I hate that fucking shirt. But I got used to it after a few days, after a few times, not days, but after like the 4th or 5th time of wearing it. And so this big bully that bullied me, and I mean, I swear to God, I think she fractured some of my damn toes. And like, teachers didn't care, nobody gave a shit and everything else. But, cause she'd step on my toes and like, try to bully me into all kinds of shit and everything. But, and I'd tell on her, but of course they didn't do anything, And I remember, I don't know how many times I had ingrown toenails. And finally, like 8th grade year, like literally she done it all middle school. I just had my fucking fill. I had like probably 18 fucking ingrown toenails because of her ass. And that shit fucking hurts. And then you gotta take, I don't know if some people know how to fix it or not, but you gotta take a cotton ball, tear a piece of it off, make a little like cotton ball and shove it up under, and oh my God, and she would step on them even when I had them like that, which would, oh my God, I don't know, there's like 2 or 3 times I went home and pulled off my sock, and my sock was fucking glued to my fucking toe because of where it bled because she was stepping on my damn toes. Nobody gave a shit. My family didn't give a shit. School didn't give a shit. Nobody gave a shit. So whatever. But anyways, 8th grade year, I just finally had my fill of her, and I was like, listen here, goddammit. And when I said that, she actually was like, you cussed. And I was like, oh, I do more than that. I was like, because you got to stand up for yourself sometimes. And so I was like, and she was kind of like, whoa. But anyways, so at this point in time with the sweater and stuff, she just came up to me and like dead fucking embarrassed me. We were outside, no teachers around, and pretty much told me I was the ugliest thing that she ever seen. And I just said, I said, well, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it. I said, but frankly, you're the ugliest damn thing that I've ever seen. Everybody's like, oh, and like she, made up her fist and everything, and I was like, what? And she's like, I can't believe you said that. And all in defense of that sweater, that shows how stupid you are. And I was like, no, for starters, let me tell you how stupid you are. I said, for starters, you're getting mad at me because of damn shirt? Do you hear yourself? We're going to have a world war start between me and you over a fucking shirt. And granted, that's something that, like, Ava's counselor might have been trying to talk to me about, but damn it, when you buy your kid clothes and your kid promises, you're like, wear one of the outfits that I paid money for, or let me get rid of it, and she wouldn't let me do either, and I'm trying to bargain with her, and I shouldn't have. That's the thing. But then I went to the school counselor, trying to get some help in the family and everything, and he's like, oh, well, just be thankful that, like, it was like this aloof, like, friggin' caterpillar, from Alice in Wonderland, like, idea of just be happy that she's wearing clothes, it's not important what clothes she wears, just as long as she's at least putting clothes on. And I was like, oh my God, I was just like, what has happened? But anyways, so, say that. Damn, that's what I was thinking. But anyways, I'm not acting. I didn't say it. Oh, well, whatever. I'll get back to you later. Get off my screen. Okay, don't. Okay, yeah. But, my ADHD or whatever or something, like seeing that'll make me. Anyways, so, back to the sweater incident or whatever, I was like, we're really fixing to get in a fight about this. And I was like, that don't make any damn sense. And I was like, plus, I was like, let me tell you something. I said, you're sitting here. I said, look, I said, it's this type of weather outside. I said, let me tell you a nifty thing about this. And I was like, I'm actually staying warm. I'm not freezing my ass off. I'm not cold. I'm not this. I'm not that. I have this. When my ears are cold in the morning and I'm waiting on the damn bus stop, even though the bus driver laughs at me, I pull my little, I pull my little neck up over my ears, and stuff. And I was like, so, you're mad at me because I have a shirt that my mother bought me, that my mother forced me to wear to begin with. And see, that's the thing, too. My mother forced me to wear shit, and I get in trouble for forcing my daughter to wear stuff. Like, it's a little... That's just like cleaning and everything, but I guess, the generations, they don't deserve... And I get that it's different and all that, but damn, there's got to be some type of structure. Come on, people, work with me here. Like, give a dog a bone, or whatever, like, work with me. But anyways, So, I was like, and this and that, and I was like, so I think it's great. And, I kind of hollered that at the end. So I was like, so I think it's great. And I was like, but if you really want to take it up with somebody, I think I mentioned my mom. I was like, I'll call my mom right now. I was like, we can go to the office and call my mom, and you can tell her how stupid the shirt is that she bought for her daughter to wear to school. I might have said something like that. I don't know. But anyways, whatever I said, it's like somebody backed me up. One of my friends did. And they're like, yeah, I actually like your sweater. And it's like, so here's these popular girls that are out there too. And it's like, everybody's like, ooh, or whatever. And so this bully gets mad and stomps off. And I'm just like, mm-hmm. And so she gets mad and stomps off. And of course, she still kept picking on me about other shit the rest of the fucking time and everything. And she's never apologized for it. And I still see her around town on occasion. But anyways, so, man. But I know she had her own shit going on, but still that ain't no excuse to act that badly towards somebody when they ain't done shit to you. But it wasn't like a week later, and the most popular girl in school, the most beautiful, like, deemed by all the guys and everything. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought she's pretty too. And I actually remember talking to her once or twice, and I was just like, God, like, she's gonna have some cute kids, but, like, she had a mean streak in her too, so, like, we never stayed friends or became friends or anything like that. And then, like, her and one of my cousins, like, anyways, it's just a story, and I don't know, and it's just a bunch of drama I ain't involved in. But anyways, so she comes in wearing the same fucking thing. And my friends noticed it before I did, and they're, like, slapping me, and they're like, hey, look, she got your shirt on. Is she the most popular girl in school? And she got your shirt on. Oh, snap, I bet that girl gonna be mad, that bully. Oh, she gonna be so, and I was just like, and I was just like, damn, like, but anyways, it was something. And, then she had to pick on me about my boots that I had at the time, which I still actually have them, and they fell apart because of her. Oh my God, I got so mad. Because just like these that I got on right now, they're cheap made, but they're comfortable, and they're thin, and I don't know. But anyways, it's just a bunch of crap. But, so all that's going on. The fuck was I even talking about? I got into talking about my baby and the dogs. And why was I even talking about that? Oh my God, I don't even know. Oh, just basically about life and the way that people, go through life and the way that they're so hypocritical. They're such assholes. And then that's even like I feel like some stuff that's going on right now is I feel like there's a bunch of people that are like, hey, why aren't you this over-sexualized person since you're, this over-sexualized person because of the way that I'm identifying at this moment in time. And I've even been thinking about that kind of most recently, because I'm like, how I identify and, the actuality of everything and life. And I'm just like, but anyways, but that's the thing. That's the great thing is you are under no fucking obligation to be the damn person that you were 5 fucking minutes ago. You are under no obligation to be the person you were 5 seconds ago. You can improve, and why wouldn't you want to? And even though, yes, you're gonna backtrack. Everybody's gonna backtrack. It's like the dance, It's like, oh, I'm gonna take 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and 2 steps forward and 1 step back, and do. And it's just this constant, and everything and stuff like that. It's like, it's fucking okay. It's okay to be like that. But you don't have to be a prick or an asshole about it. And I get that some people might not be able to handle me, and they might look at me and they might think that about me, and they're like, she's a prick, she's an asshole, she's arrogant, That's okay, like, who is it? I don't know if it's the Joker. It's not the Joker. Who is it? Anyways, it's like, it's okay, It's like, it's perfectly fine. I don't recall ever needing you to like me at any point in time, much less me needing to like you at any point in time. Yeah, we're supposed to be kind and respectful towards each other, but damn it, do you know how few times I've had people be kind and respectful to me? Okay, this is gonna be kind of personal, and that's the thing too, like, that people take very threatening to me, is they're like, stop sharing your personal stuff. It's me. You don't like it? Toodles. But I don't want somebody coming up to me 10 years from now and being like, hey, baby doll, so tell me everything about your life, and I'm going to be like, no, fuck you, like, because I just stated that you don't have to be the same person. You don't have to be. We are here to enjoy this experience fully, so that way we can learn. And that's the thing, too, about some parents, is they want to hold on so tight to the way that things are, and they never let my dog, yeah, I get on to him, and yeah, I get on to Clarabelle, and I got on to her when she jumped in the water 4 fucking times the other day. I was like, Claire, and then I was just like, okay, fine, that's your mess, but just don't jump on me and get me wet. I was like, so, I love you, but no, like, that's your party, not mine. But anyways, at the same time, I still gave her room to explore and be who she was. And I think that's one thing, too, about my daughter is, like, that a lot of people don't understand is, like, my daughter is allowed to explore in the ways that I allow her to explore. And, it's okay. And that's just like somebody else that I know that has a kid, and they allow their kid to explore in ways that mine didn't. And mine didn't even care to, because of her personality. And so this other person, the way that they let their kid explore, might have something to do with that kid's personality, because you can't put people in a box. You can't do it. You can't put them in this psychological box and go, okay, you got to be everything that I am, because when you do that, that is when you're going to meet with friction. That is when you're going to meet with all kinds of problems. And believe me, I know from fucking experience, because of my damn family. I love them. I try to get along with them. I say that I hate them when I'm angry. I say a lot of things when I'm angry. You can ask anybody. But does that mean that I'm going to do it every time? And does that mean that you should sit there and be like, I'm going to keep, scratching at it? And I got that from somebody. But anyways, I'm going to keep scratching at it until you just give me that angry, you just give me that angry word, you just say it so that way I can point my finger at you, so that way I can deflect the attention that you just gave to me that I've been begging for. That's the thing that I cannot understand about people that come near me or around me. They're like, hey, I want attention from you. And then I'm like, okay, here it is, And then they just want more and more and more. And so I've had to learn over the years to kind of retract and be like, I give you a little attention. because you're wanting it all, and I can't give it all to you. So I'm like, here's your little bit of attention, you know? And then they're like, but I want more. And I'm like, are you sure? And then they're like, yeah, I want more. And I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, yeah, I want more. And I'm like, okay. And I give it to them, and then they're like, whoa, stop, basically. And I'm like, and what I mean by that is, it's like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, you know? And so I do, and I get how people from an outside perspective that's not understanding what the fuck I'm doing on my channel, what the fuck I'm doing posting videos, what the fuck I'm doing acting the way that I'm doing, blah, 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 blah. But anyways, I understand if they're like, no, you're doing it wrong, blah, 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 you know, and that's fine and everything too. But anyways, so it's like, you know, give me attention, you know, and I'm like, okay, you know, and then they're like, give me attention, and they're demanding, you know, and they keep demanding, and I'm like, I wouldn't demand if I was you. And they're like, why? Because you don't think I'm tough enough for it? Basically, is kind of the attitude that I get met with. You don't think I'm good enough to... And I'm like, you want attention? Because attention is not always good. And for some reason, a lot of people psychologically don't process that. I do. And then people are like, oh my God, well, you're still so stupid for the way that you're doing things, because you're risking your life, you're risking your stories, you're risking your personal this and that, you're risking. I know what the fuck I'm risking. It's scary. It's a lot. It sucks how scary it is. It really, truthfully does. But I do it because of my heart, because of the person that I am, and because of whatever purpose it is that I've got. And I'm still trying to figure that shit out. I ain't even gonna lie. But I do what I feel like I'm called to do. And I would hope that you're doing the same. But at the same time, you give me hell, I'm not just gonna sit here and roll over and let you keep doing it. Even if you want to pout and cry, or bitch, or talk shit about me, because I didn't. I'm not gonna do it. I've done it enough in my life. I do it enough probably still. I'm not gonna do it just because you want me to. But anyways, so these people, they're like, give me all the attention and everything. And I'm like, okay. And that's even like some people that are like, hey, give me life advice. And I'm like, huh? And they're like, give me, you know, help me with this. And I'm like, do, 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 do. You know, and I'm like, what is the goal of your existence? What are you wanting? You know? And they all have these, you know, I want this or whatever and stuff. If you notice somebody's not willing to do the work, basically, it's almost like a job. If you notice somebody's not willing to do the work, or they cannot handle the responsibility of it, then you shouldn't give it to them. That's the way that life works. God never puts any more on you than what the hell that you can handle. And that's like even big issues, and I probably shouldn't say this, but people that want to get on stuff about why, you know, even me, I get on stuff about like, I'm like, why the fuck hadn't I had a car yet? Why the fuck did it take me forever to get my license? But at the end of the day, it happened when it happened, you know, and everything. And even though I still don't have a car yet, I'm like, right there, you know, like, I see it. It's right there. I can almost, you know, hopefully, you know. But anyways, it's like, why and all this and everything. And there is a reason. And that is what most people miss. They miss the big picture of there is a reason. You are you and I am me. Okay? And you're trying to ask me a question that only God knows the fucking answer to. I'm not God and I'm not Jesus, and I sure as hell ain't even close. Okay? I'll give you that. But neither are you. You're no closer to it than I am. And that's the thing with the whole arrogance thing. People think that I'm sitting here and I'm like, I am better than you because of what I said, or what I did, or how I did it, or oh my God. Like, no. Like, no. But anyway, so people, they want this attention. They ask me these questions whenever, like, I'm talking to people and I get to know people and stuff. And I'm like, you really don't want to know. And then when they're like, yes, I really do. And then I tell them, this is when everybody gets mad. And this is when everybody's like, you're an asshole, basically. Or they're like, I hate you, Or they're like, God doesn't like ugly, Or God doesn't like this, And I'm just sitting there like, huh, you saying the same shit to me that you said you don't say to nobody, or you, and I'm like, oh well, Like, I wasn't put here to save people that I don't save. I wasn't put here to raise people that I don't raise. I wasn't put here to fuck people that I don't fuck. I wasn't put here to kiss people that I don't kiss. I wasn't put here to feed people that I don't feed. I wasn't put here to raise people, or I think I done said that, but anyways, marry people that I'm not supposed to marry. I'm put here for whatever God-given right and purpose that I'm put here for, damn it. And so is everybody else. It's like, why the hell can't we just all hold hands and kind of just float along and be like, kumbaya? But I get that one reason why is because without the conflict, without the balance, then everything gets thrown off balance, and then the flip side is more chaos than what people think that we're living in right now. And they don't even understand that. They're like, life is so horrible. And I get like that sometimes too. I'm battling depression. It's like, okay, I should die today. But it's like, then it's like, no, I shouldn't. Okay, and I just keep going, But I get it. But y'all think it's bad. Y'all don't even understand. People are not understanding the war that is raging inside of each and every one of us, and that we need to try to respect that as much as we can with people. And people need to respect that with everybody. Some people sit here and they're like, oh, but you're an arrogant asshole that does YouTube videos, and so you're a cocky little motherfucker, and I need to knock you down a notch. That's like me looking at you and being like, you know what? You have blue eyes, so I just fucking hate you. So you hate all YouTubers. Oh, no, you only hate female YouTubers. Oh, you only hate YouTubers that only have 16 or however many subscribers, just because I might have lost one. But, it's like, how do you differentiate who you hate? And then it's like, okay, fine. You're making me analyze it, so maybe I don't hate you because you're a YouTuber and you're cocky, in my opinion, and you get online. Maybe I hate you because of this. Maybe I hate you because of that. And maybe I hate you because 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 I hate you for this and that and that and this and this. And you can overanalyze the shit out of it, and that's what everybody does to me, until it's like, okay, I can't do anything right. Okay, I'm supposed to be this void nothing. But that's the reason that I am the way that I am, is because I'm not a void nothing. And I'm trying to, I guess maybe that's my purpose, I don't know, that I'm supposed to teach all these people that are void nothings, or feel like they have to be void nothings just so they can get through life. No, you don't. You don't have to be that void, empty little plausible, moldable thing that everybody molds, the people pleaser, and I get people calling me that because of how I respond to people, on a daily basis or something like that. But at the end of the day, if that's the case, then why am I an asshole? It's like, there's your, and I don't know, because I'd have to look up the damn definitions, but paradox or fucking analogy, and I know it ain't a damn metaphor, but anyway, because I ain't been in school, and I ain't cared to look it up. I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, I hadn't yet. Am I saying that I'll never look it up? I might get off here right now and look it up. I might look it up 20 years from now. Or I might be sitting there, and because it was knowledge that I had a long time ago, but I ain't had it recently, it might just hit me, and I'll be like, oh shit, that's what it means. Like, there's no telling. But it's none of your fucking business at the end of the day either. You know, and that's even like the videos that I post. You know, some people might not watch them because they might be like, oh my God, that is way too personal. Oh my God, I wouldn't share that. But then there might be the dickheads that do watch it because they're like, oh, I love the personal and this and that. But then there's the ones that might watch it and be like, this makes me feel good. This makes me feel like I can be myself. Because at the end of the day, that's what I want everybody to do. But at the end of the day, that's not what I want everybody to do, to the point that it's like, oh, you know, I'm a sociopath, you know, and I'm a psychopath, and, you know, I'm somebody that likes to murder people, or I'm somebody that likes to, you know, kill this and watch it die and stuff like that and everything, you know, and I like to drink blood and, you know, and all that. I mean, yeah, if you want to do that, if you want to be that, then, well, hell, I might not be able to stop you. I'm not saying that I don't know. I don't know. But I'd be damned I'd fucking try to if I needed to. But anyways, and by the grace of God I would. But anyways, like, I just can't. I don't know. Boy, I really don't know. But I gotta end this video here because it might done be too long. It might not take. I don't know. If you want to talk to me, then talk to me. But also have respect for me. And if you don't understand things, then you don't understand things, and that's okay. People need to learn to not be threatened by not understanding and grasping what is going on. And questions need to not be a threatening thing. But unfortunately for some, and for people that have all these complex, you know, superiority, narcissism, you know, or if it's not that, then just sensitive egos or high egos or high, you know, even sensitivity. You know, sometimes I've been like that. That's like at a job sometimes, and somebody wants to ask me a question. And I've learned enough to not have an ego and to just sit and listen to the question, you know. And I've learned also, because of the abuse that I've been through, I used to not respond to the question to a degree. I mean, I would just kind of ignore it and be like, you know. And then there's the flip side where it's like I get angry, you know, and then I'm having to learn how to correctly respond to questions that are asked to me. But at the same time, I don't have to answer every question that somebody asks me. And nobody does. You don't have to answer questions that you don't want to answer. You don't have to. And hell, even over here, especially legally, you don't have to. There's a thing called the Fifth Amendment. I plead the Fifth. You know? And it's not because you're a bad person or you're trying to hide the truth. It's because you can't handle the truth. And that's what I'm going to close with. But anyways, I hope everybody's doing good. Keep putting your best foot forward. If you do want to talk to me, because in my previous videos I was like, don't talk to me. But if you do, talk to me. If you don't, okay, you know. But know that when you're talking to me, you're going to get a real experience either way. You're going to get something real out of it. You know, I'm going to get this fake plaster face, you know, let's not talk about it, you know, shit. But anyways, so I hope everybody's doing good. Keep putting your best foot forward. Take care of yourself. Learn some self-love. Read some self-help books. Do all that shit. I'll catch you later. Bye.